voting. So you must get up, get out, take about 5 people with you, and make sure you vote for Angela Stanton-King. She's all about criminal justice reform. She's all about saving the children. She's all about life. Check her out, do your homework, and know for yourself. It's time to get up, get out, make the change, and vote.
Stanton-King for Congress!
Hey everyone, I am Sheila with Shishi Coco Organics. What we do is organic skincare. We are all natural, plant-based ingredients. We're right here in Georgia. We are stationed out of Colorado, but we're here in Georgia. Black-owned woman business, organic skincare, all natural. I'm here to support Angela and young Pharaoh. I follow them both. I believe in what they both do. I definitely believe in the policy that Angela Stanton has been representing, and that is abortions, against abortions for black people. And that is my #1 definite reason why I am here today. Plus to meet young Pharaoh, to give him a few gifts and let them know who Shishi Coco is. Love y'all.
How would you change the funding for Atlanta public schools? Because a lot of the funding comes from sports and nothing really else. Like a lot of the schools for Atlanta public schools, specifically for sports, is not really anything else in school. And that was pretty much the question.
I think for me, the biggest focus is school choice. The reason why we have issues with funding in our inner city schools is because our children aren't able to go to the schools, the best of the schools. That's something that I experienced being a single mother raising my boys and having a daughter who was gifted. Imani, raise your hand. Back there, 4.136 GPA. Always has been I can't stand up because my head don't hit the ceiling. It's a bar right here, but let me come up right here. Maybe you guys can see me here. And one of the issues was making sure that she was in a school that can challenge her academically, where she did not get bored or she did not get sidetracked. So I think at the top of the list for me would be making sure that we pass school choice so we can get our children in the schools that we feel can meet them on an academic level. That's right.
Hey everyone, my name is Sheila with Shishi Coco Organics. I have a question for you guys. And mine is really, I want you guys to explain the importance to everyone on the abortion policy for black people.
Thank you.
Sheila. Beautiful question. What I want to say in regards to abortion is, everything in my mind is militant. I don't care if I'm tying my shoe, it's militant. I'm going to war with my other legs. And so when it comes to abortion, what we got to realize is numbers equal math. This is why math is a universal language, because it teaches you how to be successful in everything you do. The first thing that we learn is 1 + 1 is 2. And then 2 + 1 is 3, and then 3 + 2 is 5, and etc. So if we are aborting our children, right, outside of, is this a human rights issue, outside of, is this a moral or integrity issue, we have to realize this is a military issue. This is a political issue. You don't know who you're aborting. Imagine if I would have got aborted. So we don't know if we're aborting geniuses. We don't know if we're aborting generals. We don't know if we're aborting doctors. We don't know if we're aborting astronomers. My issue with abortion is this: excluding women who may have been sexually abused and may have psychological issues where they may not be naturally attached to their child like they're supposed to. From my observation, and you all may feel you want to object, feel free, but it's my observation. From my observation, most people who get abortions are people who just don't want the effect of sex to take place. So when I see women getting abortions, outside of women who may have a legitimate reason, the biggest issue is we don't have sexual discipline in our community. And people feel like we can just go bust it down and have a one-night stand and bust a plan B. And if the plan B failed, then plan C is the abortion. So I think when we talk about abortion policies, that even though it's primary and it's first, the parallel argument that should we start practicing sexual discipline in this community. So if you want to have sex with somebody, you better have a roster that you trust. If you have one person, it better be one person that you trust. I don't think that women should be so careless with their bodies because society says it's okay. So I feel that a big, huge issue that we will always have with abortion, whether we change the policy or not, is going to be our women going to be conscious enough to be disciplined with who they have unprotected sex with. I'm a big adamant in you're grown, you do what you want to do, go ahead. But ladies, you know better than we know if we're a piece of sugar, honey, iced tea before you lay down with us. So you know, we gotta just be mindful of that. If you wouldn't give birth to a man's child, he should not be putting his penis in it.
That's right. That's right.
That's good. And so I want to speak on abortion as a woman. We hear it from a man, so let's hear it from a woman. I am post-abortive myself, so I want you all to know that I'm not any better than anyone in this room, right? Many years ago, I bought the lie that it wasn't a lie, you know, that I could be successful if I didn't have a baby, right? And that I didn't need another child. I bought that. But I want you all to understand that there are scars that come behind that. When life slows down, 15, 20 years later, you realize what you've done and you realize that that actually was a life. And when we're fighting and we're saying that Black Lives Matter, and we're saying that as a people, we're tired of being the minority. Well, we're tired of being the oppressed minority. Why are we killing our own army, right? Why are we aborting our votes? If we want to stand on the front line and we want to fight white supremacy, then we can't be doing them a favor by aborting our kids before they even get a chance to live.
That's right.
Dr. Journey had a song a long time ago. I don't know how many of y'all old enough to remember his song. I know young Pharaoh remember one less nigga gotta worry about. And that's how they feel.
That is.
That's
right?
exactly.
When they tell us that abortion is healthcare, they're lying to us. They would rather we be dead than alive, because that's exactly what it is. You kill that person before they even. 46% of the Black population has been aborted. Not their lives haven't been created. They weren't born, they were created. But we snuffed them out before they had a chance. And we have to begin to have more value for the lives of our own children, women. Where y'all at? Y'all remember what grandma said a long time ago? Mama, baby, daddy, baby. We know we got issues, but there are blessings. So let's stop letting these people lie to us about abortion being health care when we know abortion is death care.
Thank you. Yeah, good one, huh?
How you doing? My name is Alton, and this question is from both of y'all. So as we've seen in 2020, this has been a year of racially charged incidences yet again. And I got put on a young Pharaoh with his George Floyd psyop video that he took down off YouTube. But I just want to know, like, what can we do to stop just seeing like symbolic gestures? Because I'm 18, and I'm already tired of just seeing like these symbolic gestures in regards to police killings. And I want to know if this is something that we should be focusing on, these police killings, if it's really an issue or just something that we are seeing to be manipulated. I just want to know, like, what can we do to like actually see accountability? Because I just feel like there's no accountability every time a Black person dies. It's just like, damn, that shit's sad, but it's like, what's gonna happen? Like, I don't see anything happening, so I just want to see if I can answer that.
I got it. Good question. But like, it's kind of, that one was right in my hand. What we gotta realize is the mind is the primary means of interaction. So, I gotta kind of give you an understanding of what I'm talking about before I answer, right? Paper. Why was the African Egyptian invention of paper so important? Because it was the first format of data information and storage. So without us inventing paper, you would not have a computer. So we went from saying, here's some information, hopefully you don't forget it, and go get on a boat and travel 30 miles that way and tell them what I said, to I wrote down and put a signature on it, and then we advanced information. Now why is it important? All of these modules that we use is just to communicate the way that we focus our minds. So everybody in here living in their own little world. You got your favorite colors, you got the things you watch, and then we exchange worlds, we exchange cultures through interaction. So when you say how can we stop, let's say being affected by the symbolism, stop being digital. It's that simple. If I ask you right now, is that plastic cup bothering you? No, because you're not paying any attention. So the scenario is not to ignore and act like you don't see it. The scenario is to acknowledge and let it pass. So we see something stupid, we say that was stupid. Next. It's like flicking through. You should live your life as if you at my house and I have 50 channels of things you don't want to watch. And you just flicking through. You should just be like, oh, they acting crazy? I don't want to experience that. This person talking crazy, I don't want to experience that. This person showing me symbolism I don't agree with, I don't experience that. So you gotta remember your mind is like your bestial soul. And what you focus on is going to determine if that bullet comes through that test line. So our minds is just being used against us with an extreme amount of distraction. So you gotta quiet your mind. Calm down the amount of stimulation you get. It's not even just police brutality or things like that. It's everything. If you had headphones on for 5 years straight, you would go crazy because your brain needs a stabilized volume of sound. So think about how we live every day. We hear in cars every day. Somebody in your house or outside your house arguing every day. If those two things not happening, 9 times out of 10 you playing music. If that's not happening, 9 times out of 10 you watching TV. If that's not happening, 9 times out of 10 you on Instagram watching somebody playing music or watching TV or watching a crazy video. So what you're doing is you're basically overstimulating your mind with distraction. And you never get a chance to calm your brain and think. So this goes beyond police brutality or symbolism. This is just about brain chemistry. If you want to not be affected by something, you simply just shift your focus. And it just stops that binaural stimulation, and you go on about your day. So the answer to these questions are so simple, and we make it more complicated than they are because we simply just don't know. We know something's wrong, but we don't know how to identify that something.
And is it an issue? Like, is police brutality an issue, or is this something we've been manipulated?
So I think that it's important for us to protect our peace, right? And what I noticed, and I don't know if you guys follow me on IG, but I woke up the other night in the middle of the night, and when I woke up, the first thing I saw on the news was them reporting another shooting of an unarmed black man. Right. So every time I get on social media, I see it. Every time I look at the news, I see it. And for me, it's traumatizing. I don't know about anybody else, but the eyes are the window to the soul. So once you take something in, your eyes, right, they take it in and then it digests throughout your body, right? And I think that it's so important for us to remember that black men are not the only ones that are getting killed by the police. If we could be honest, if any of us just took a moment to do some research right now, we'll see. But they're making sure that they play on our emotions. You understand where I'm coming from? Now, I'm not saying that it's not an issue that we don't need to deal with. We do need to deal with it. But let's be honest, right? None of us, when we go out this door right now, what are the chances we're going to run into a racist? What are the chances? You know, I've been pulled over several times. You understand? We're not saying it doesn't happen, but for them to make it seem as if every time we walk out of the door, we getting ready to run into a racist, or every time we get pulled over by a police officer, that we're going to end up dead. Many of us have had interactions with the police before. Many of us have to realize when we're talking about defunding police and creating a war against police, a lot of our family work in police, for the police department, work in law enforcement. So it's not like the police department is full of white people. There are our own people there as well too. And we just gotta realize that it's good and bad and everything, and a lot of things we are being manipulated by. And that's why it's important for us to do our research and not believe everything that we see on social media. If anybody takes the course, you can't even believe .com websites. Listen, somebody sent me a link the other day, said you don't have no business using the last name King, you married to a man named Scott Lee. They sent me Wikipedia. Do you know I have no idea who created that Wikipedia page? I don't even know nobody named Scott Lee. But it's out there. Now, how many of you would think that Wikipedia is a reliable source of information? Any of us can go create a Wikipedia page right now. Somebody has created a Wikipedia page and none of it is factual. So just make sure that we're protecting our eyes and our ears.
That's right. Ashe.
That's right.
So there's been a food shortage in China. And they've been falling food banks all around the world. So I was wondering how you think it's going to affect us as a community. I heard it's not a major food shortage.
Good question. We gonna have a food shortage regardless if people don't stop eating meat at the level that they eat at. So I just want people to realize this pandemic, excuse me, let me correct myself, this pandemic was the greatest thing that could have ever happened. Because it forced people to wake up. And we are hard-headed people. I'm hard-headed. So I know 60% of y'all hard-headed. So it took us to literally almost be overtaken by the New World Order to say, oh, it's a New World Order. But, you know, we're here. And when it comes to the food shortage, we got to realize that there's no such thing as a food shortage. There's only people who want you to have a shortage of food. So we got to first ask ourselves, what is food? How is it produced? What is agriculture? And what does it have to do with geography? So when we worry about food shortages, we actually gotta ask ourselves, what is grown in our region, and what is plentiful, and what is scarce? And so when we say, once again, food shortages, everybody around the world is eating the same thing. And the same things that we're eating is not even indigenous to where we live. So what is really going short and what is really plentiful? For example, we all eat chicken, sesame. A lot of our people eat chicken, right? It's not even enough chickens to feed the amount of chicken that we eat a day.
No.
So if it's 367.42 or something like that million people in this country alone, let's just say 300 million eat chicken. So if 300 million people eat some form of chicken a day, whether it's a chicken nugget, chicken sandwich, chicken finger, some of y'all might bake y'all chicken head, either chicken tacos, ask yourself, damn, we just ate all the chickens in the world.
Yeah.
So what are we really eating? If everybody eats a hamburger every day, damn, it's not that many cows.
No.
And it's not that many cows, and cows don't grow up that damn fast.
No.
So we gotta ask ourselves, is it already a food shortage? Is it, how long has it been? What is the meat industry really giving us? Yeah. So we don't even really know what food is. And so I'm gonna just say this when we talk about food. If it does not recombinate your DNA, it's not food. It's just something that tastes good and is passing you on, and is passing time.
Right.
Food is a substance that carries nutrition. Nutrition is vitamins and minerals that help to sustain bodily function. And just to throw this in there for some of y'all who might not know, we have what is called trace minerals in our body. Trace minerals are minerals that we organically produce, but we cannot self-sustain. For example, gold. Now people might say, I thought you wasn't supposed to eat metal. Yes, you are, only colloidals. Gold actually helps neurogenesis. Neurogenesis is when the cells in your brain develop into neurons. So neurogenesis for the brain would be the equivalent to if you go get a new RAM for your computer with more gigabytes or terabytes. So we're actually supposed to eat specific foods to increase specific bodily functions. So these people know this, but we don't know this. So they got us eating an imaginary diet of animals that may damn near not even really be animals. These may be clones. But we're really supposed to be eating according to our climate, according to the degree of weather at the time, according to the altitude that we live at, and according to the function that we want to strengthen. So what I want to say is we need to first redefine food, because if we start worrying about it being a shortage of food and then we have a misidentification of what that is, we're going to start fighting a battle that wasn't good for us in the first place. So if everybody starts going crazy talking about it ain't no more chicken, it ain't no more beef, good. We don't need good, let it go out. We need minerals, trace minerals, vitamins, we need zinc, we need metals, we need electricity, we need that. That's food. So I think we need a whole new rediscovery of what our belief of food is, how food interacts with the body, and then we can start to make the proper arguments of what it is actually scarce and what it is actually plentiful. And I'm going to end right here, or I'm going to pass it to the queen. Gold. Gold is very important for the body. We have plenty of gold in the world. We need to start not only fighting for gold for technological purposes, but we need to start fighting for gold for bionutritional purposes. We want to eat gold and we want to drink gold. As crazy as that sounds.
No, it's not. They sell it as liquid gold.
It's a powder orbis, right?
Yes, and you can get, matter of fact, they're not here right now, but my family that I get my plug from is moon jug water.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I just want y'all to be aware, like when you eat, listen, think that you have superpowers.
Right.
I don't give a fuck with nobody. I got superpowers.
Me too.
And my superpower is I'm smarter than you.
That's right.
Period. So you gotta think, like when I eat this food outside of it making me feel good, what is it doing?
Is it gonna enhance my intelligence?
Yeah, so you're supposed to eat to enhance your body. Like people want to get their weight up. People ask me, how do I lose weight and then gain weight? Protein, but then that's just still the middleman. It's really just enzymes, because protein carries enzymes that breaks down fat and then rebuilds muscle. So you can skip protein and just go straight and get some protein enzymes and get your weight up. I'm not little, I ain't big, but you ain't gonna slam me in here. And so with that being said, start eating food to become a god. If you was a god and you was sitting on your throne and somebody gave you a platter, would you put it in your mouth or would you smack it and send it to the dungeon? And if you was smacking and sending it to the dungeon, you should be eating it right now on your own.
That's right. I shall.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, guys. To keep time on track, we're gonna do one more question. Come up, Queen. One more question for Miss Angela Stanton-King.
Fabulous. Okay, how you guys doing this afternoon, evening?
How you doing, sweet?
Zoya Day. I do have a show called More of Us, and we do something that we ask the black man and the black woman what they love about each other. And I was wondering if you both could give me your statement on what you love about the black man, Ms. King, and what you love about the black woman.
I love it.
If you could.
That's right.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
That's a beautiful question.
I can tell you, because if y'all follow my IG, you all know that I am not ashamed to say how much I love black men.
That's right.
Happily married to a black man.
That's right.
All of my children are by black men.
That's right.
I love black men. That's just my preference. Now everybody, each his own. Black man, I love your strength. Okay? Black man, I love the color of your skin, okay? Black man, I love the sternness in your voice, okay? Black man, I love the way that you walk. I love the way that you talk. I love the way that you look when you put on a three-piece suit. Black man, let me tell you something. When it's time for you to step out, you one of the sharpest, cleanest men in your building, and all eyes are on you. Black man, I love you because you have been put in position to lead, to teach, to be our protectors, to be our providers, and we are the nurturers. Black man,
we need you.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, queen.
I don't know if you can top that now.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna try.
I don't
We
know.
love you too. We love you too.
But we are the creators, though.
That's right.
So give it to us,
That's right.
girl.
What I love about black women is a supernatural loyalty.
Yeah.
It's a supernatural loyalty. And I say that because, you know, some of y'all niggas turned y'all back on these women. I have to say that. And even though you turned your back on these women, they still looking at your back, which means they didn't turn their back on you. So, you know, I'm not that nice, but black women have rolled with us when we built temples for them, and they rolled with us through slavery. We were shackled, they were sneaking in the barns, giving you breakfast. You a 30-year-old man shackled in the barn. Imagine right now, some of y'all adults, imagine you shackled to a barn, and your woman got to sneak in the barn and give you some breast milk because you ain't drunk water in 3 days because you didn't upset massive balls. And so, you know, I look at black women prehistorically, not like currently. And then even currently, a lot of women that we may not agree with their ways, I can pretty much guarantee either a toxic woman or a toxic man has contributed to their mentality. So what I love about black women is, no matter how sane they may be, or not, or unsound mentally they may be, they know they're supposed to have their crown on. And I feel like if you take a queen or a king and you poison them, they still know that they're a king or a queen, and just out of their mind. So you're gonna get up in the morning, you're gonna put your robe on wrong, you're gonna put your crown on crooked, and you're gonna have one royal flop on, and you're gonna come out and you're gonna look crazy, but you're not really crazy because you know you're a king. You just don't know how to express that because you've been poisoned. So when I look at black women, I respect black women so much because through the years they've been poisoned and poisoned and poisoned, but they still got that crown on, even though sometimes it's crooked. So I just want to come say, let me fix that. And here you go. So that's how I love all that. And y'all know I go broke. So I got you.
Fabulous. Thanks, fam.
And shout out to the
Such
DJ.
a great question. Thank you, DJ. Thanks, DJ.
Okay, you guys, I know we finished over there. We want to thank everybody for coming out. Ms. Stanton-King has another appointment to make. So my name is Crystal Jordan, her communications manager. If anybody has any questions about how they can get involved, we have a volunteer sheet over there. I know so many of you all have come up and signed up and said you wanted to be a part. We really need everyone's help that is excited about helping. So please get with myself or Shayla. She's over there in the long sleeve, white shirt waving. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you. Make sure that you follow the Angela Stanton-King, and also Stanton-King for Congress on IG and Twitter. Tweet your support, text your support, put your support on Instagram so other people can see it. Thank you guys so much for coming out.